I've been having a thought, and you know how I like to share my thoughts with you. So my thought for today is...
Bring your heart, bring your dreams. It's time for Southwold Scribblings.
Now that we're well into the new year, I'm wondering whether it might be possible to learn how to play a new instrument, or even if you're interested in playing a new instrument, or how you go about it, or maybe singing lessons, because in Southwold there's quite a few people here that maybe live on their own, or they're lonely and they don't get out much. And maybe, if you went along to a singing group, maybe it was for your church or just a general sing-along, you might meet people, be less lonely and have something to look forward to during the week.
I love this song.
People who sing, who have terrible voices, never know they have terrible voices. And you daren't tell them because they're so happy with their voice. So you just let them get on with it. But truly, their voice is terrible and it will never ever get better.
What a lovely song.
Here's another story. My brother in Leicestershire every year has something called Jazz on the Green. And we were raising money for Macmillan nurses. Now, I was always on the tea and cake stand. Because I like tea and cake, and also because I was able, because I like so much tea and cake, to sell lots of tea and cake to people who came along, and they had their rugs on the grass and their picnic baskets. And I said to my brother one day, is there any chance I could be on stage with you and the other musicians and sing? And he said, okay, give it a go. And I said, well, okay, I'll go and have some singing lessons. So I had 6 singing lessons, and I couldn't read the music. I can't read music. I couldn't remember the words, but I sort of managed to get through. So that day happened, and I was on the stage, all right, and I decided to sing the most beautiful song you could ever think of, and it's by Leonard Cohen, and it's called Dance Me to the End of Love. And my voice has gone already with emotion and a bit of goosebumps as well, because it is the most beautiful song. His voice and the words and the violin playing. Please, please, please promise me you'll listen to Leonard Cohen, Dance Me to the End of Love. So I was on stage beginning to sing this song. However, the problem was that the man, the pianist, who was meant to plonk, plonk, plonk my first note, was right at the back of the stage. Okay, so I couldn't hear what he was playing for me. And then just as I started to sing, this woman stood up, and next to this ear, she started playing her trumpet very, very loud. And I couldn't hear anything. I certainly couldn't hear my own voice. So it was totally out of tune. All of it, the whole thing from beginning to end. And the next year, I was back on the tea and cake stand, but all money was raised for Macmillan nurses, which is always a great thing to do. Did you ever play anything at school? I played a harp. No, not a harp. I didn't play a harp at all. I played a triangle, and it was simply just a triangle. I don't even remember what they were, and I had no idea what I was doing. All right, because I just did this every now and then, and no one found out because I just did it every now and then. Played a triangle, and I was always in the back row. So I got away with that, and also, of course, we always used to play the recorder as well. So I've got a couple of things to show you here. So this is what I've got. I've got a violin string which needs repairing, but it was given to me by someone I love very much. So I'm determined to get that repaired and put it together just to look at, because it would be so beautiful. And the other thing I've got is my grandparents used to run a B&B, a bread and breakfast, and I reckon this was in their hallway, and I reckon this tune was hit to tell people that the food was ready. So there's that fact. And also, okay, you're going to be so impressed with this. I want you to close your eyes, and I'm going to just do this. And play the comb. Here we go. If you recognise the tune, let me know on Southwold Scribblings. Hang on. Oh, hang on. I only learned to play that today, playing a comb. Remove the grey hairs from the comb first. Okay, and very quickly, I want to tell you that we just missed Have a Hug Day. Nothing worse than someone holding a placard saying, give me a hug, or do you want me to give you a hug? I don't want anyone to give me a hug that I don't know. And also, it's National Tulip Day, so I've got to start planting these because my friends will tell me off because they should have already been planted, these tulips, and I'm a bit behind with it all. So, what have we done today? Loads of stuff. And if you recognise that tune, let me know. This is Janet Gershwin at Southwold Scribblings. Enjoy. Bye.
She's got laughter, she's got tears. Janet Gershwin from the years. Bring your heart, bring your dreams, 'cause it's Southwold Scribblings.